Hello everyone, so this is my final project for Data 110. For this project, I use a dataset from Kaggle called Human World Development Index. Has 195 observations and 880 variables. The dataset was created by a user from Kaggle and it was scraped from the Human Development Reports website. The link is the dataset is right here. This is the metadata for the datasets, which included all the columns, name, and what are the meanings for them. So I load the data in, I look for any NAs in the datasets, and I convert any non-NA to NA. So the first thing I want to take a look at is the top 10 country with the lowest and highest GNI. So to do this, I have to arrange the data, and I need to delete North Korea and Morocco from the data frame since they do not have information about GNI in 2021. Um, So this is my first graph, which have the top 10 country with the lowest GNI in 2021. And as we can see, most of this country are from Africa, which is not really a surprise since they are considered the poorest continents in the world, with Burundi being the country with the lowest GNI. The next graph have the top 10 country with the highest GNI in 2021. This country are smaller in size comparing with other countries, with Liechtenstein being the country with the highest GNI. So my final graph, I want to take a look at the correlation between mean years of schooling and GNI per capita for top 10 country with the highest GNI and lowest. We can see here that country with lower GNI have much lower year of schooling when comparing with country with higher GNI. To actually see the correlations, I made another graph with data from all the countries around the world. You can see the same thing from this graph, and to make sure that they are correlated to each other, I do a correlation test in a linear module, which give me really good correlations, coefficients, and p-value, and adjusted r-square. For my next graph, I want to take a look at the correlation of GNI per capita and life expectancy at birth for all the country in 2021. And as we can see, the higher the gross national income per capita, the higher people expected to live in a country. So here's the correlation test, which also gave me very good results as for the first one. So from the graph that I showed you guys, it is clear that there is a huge difference between the country with the lowest and highest GNI. One interesting thing I see about that is that Liechtenstein, even though it's such a small country, it's so wealthy, and the reason is that it's an offshore financial centers and a tax haven for rich people. We have minimal taxation for foreigners, a strict bank secrecy, and a long history of political stabilities, which attract many big companies and rich people from around the world. Um, so yeah, that should be it for me. You guys can read the rest of the final summaries, or I can um, read it out to you guys when I do the summary in class. But since the time is limited, so that should be it for me. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Thank you.